Hi, class of 1975. It's been 50 years, and I hope that your journey's been wonderful so far, filled with awesome blessings and great stuff going on. So, anyway, I'm going to tell you a story about what happened recently. I got a call yesterday from my sister Justine, and she said, I hope you're sitting down. And I happened to be in the car, so I was sitting down. And she said that someone had found my high school ring, which has been missing since about 1993. And that was when I had given it to my daughter Katie for a gift. She decided she wasn't going to buy her own school ring, class ring, and so I decided then to give her mine because it was so pretty, a black onyx ring with gold, and so she loved it. Anyway, her and her friends, she was about 16 at the time, 15 or 16. She went swimming at Spires Falls in Lake Luzerne, New York, up off of the Hudson, on the Hudson River. And I don't know, she got in the car to leave and the ring fell off her finger, and her and her friends looked and looked and they could not find it. And so she was all upset and it was pretty rough. Anyway, lo and behold, at some point after that, this man named Patrick from the Hudson Falls area, just south of Lake George region, was up in Lake Luzerne, which is about 20 minutes from him, and at Spires Falls, and he found the ring. And he said that it was hard. He had to dig to get it out of the ground that had been run over by cars, and and he took it home and he cleaned it up and he fixed it. It was bent, and so he fixed it so that it wasn't bent anymore. And he tried to contact me, but unfortunately, I didn't have anything with my maiden name on it. My maiden name was Miranda, and I'm now Boyle. So I'm on Facebook and everything else. So anyway, he tried to find me, and he did see that the high school class of '75, and he could only make out my first name, which was Elizabeth, and the last initial to my last name. And by the way, if you're going to have a name engraved in your ring, don't have it be your signature because nobody can read it. So, and that's what they did. They gave us the option of having our signatures in our name and in our rings. And so, yeah. So he tried to find me. He couldn't find me. The school would not give out my information. There were only two Elizabeth M's in that class, and so they had my information but wouldn't give it out. So anyway, time went on, and his daughter was graduating just recently, and he had taken the ring and he had put it in his wife's jewelry box to hold for safekeeping in case he someday found me, which I thought was very kind. So his daughter was graduating high school, and his wife had gone into her jewelry box to get some earrings or something for her graduation, and came across the ring again and reminded Patrick about the ring. So Patrick said, well, technology has gotten so much better since the last time he tried to find me that maybe it was available. And so he was able to get through to on Facebook, the class of 1975, West Hempstead High School class of 1975. And at first, and he told Mary the situation. She's the administrator for the account, and because you're not allowed to get on the account unless you're part of our class. So she let her, bless her heart, she let him on the site, and he was able to ask everybody if they knew who I was and so on and so forth. So after much back and forth, and if any of you that are on the site, you see all the back and forth. Well, I think, I think I know her. No, is Eric our brother? And is Justine her sister? And all this. And so it went back and forth. Is she from Island Park? Is she from West Hempstead? And all these questions. I actually came into the picture when we moved to Island Park from Franklin Square. I was actually at H. Frank Carey, but don't tell anybody. We moved in starting into ninth grade. So I really didn't know any of the Island Park students or the West Hempstead students that well. So I kind of was in the middle there. Anyway, so what happened was one of the gentlemen, Ron, was speaking to his friend Jim G, and Jim happened to know my sister Justine, and got the contact information. So then Mary called me right away, and we talked for quite a while and had a good laugh and remembered her. We remembered we went to art class together, and it was great. So after trying to reach me for 25 years, Patrick is now sending me the ring. We unfortunately he can't come to the reunion, although he was going to be an honored guest. He is mailing me the ring, and I was going to offer to pay for him to come to the reunion just because of just how kind it was that he's been willing to take care of this for me. So I'm going to give the ring back to my daughter Kate. But wait, there's more to the story. Um, the first time I lost this ring was in 1975. I had gone to a wedding in uh, Leonard's of Great Neck. And I was in 1975, I guess I was probably about 17, 18 years old. And I was in the ladies' room. I went to wash my hands. I took the ring off and put it on the sink, washed my hands, and walked out without it. Well, a few minutes later, when I realized what I had done, I went back in, it was gone. So about a year goes by, maybe not quite, but around a year, I get a call from a woman. Apparently, she found the ring in the gutter on the North Shore of Long Island and was able to contact me. At the time, I guess they were giving out information from the school. Same thing, she could read Elizabeth and the M, and again, she called Liz Moran first. This poor girl must think I'm nuts. I keep losing my ring. Anyway, so the school gave my information, and the woman gave me back my ring. We went and got it on the North Shore of Long Island, and I had the ring. So twice the ring has been returned to me, and it's such a blessing because I always say that God takes care of my stuff. Anyway, there's more. My sister, while she was talking to Jim, he mentioned that he had just gotten back from an Alaskan cruise, and Justine said, "Oh, my friend Jeff and his wife just went on a cruise to Alaska." Come to find out, they spent time together on this cruise in Alaska. Uh, Pretty crazy. And then Justine starts talking about she's selling her home in Rockville Center, and Jim's, I think, stepson is looking for a home in Rockville Center. So there might be a sale there too. Who knows? And I said to my sister, all that's missing in this is Kevin Bacon's show up at one of our doors. So it's pretty cool. And by the way, my son has met Kevin Bacon. So now you're 3 degrees from him for knowing me. And that's my story. So Patrick wrote on that Facebook page after he found me, it says, "It seems like you all had one heck of a class that cares for each other. I love that. And thank you. It was very kind of you all to reach out and find and do a little digging to find who I was. And I really appreciate all your help. And I'll see you all in October. God bless."